Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro video, where we're diving into essential tips and strategies to help you succeed as a water quality technician. Whether you're just starting out or looking to fine-tune your skills, we've got you covered. Let's jump right into our first question and explore a key aspect of problem solving in this field. Can you share a story about a time you spotted a major water quality problem? How did you handle it? This question is designed to see how you approach problem solving and how proactive you are in addressing water quality issues. To tackle this question effectively, consider these pointers. Think of a specific incident where you spotted a water quality issue. Explain what actions you took, like measurements or analyses. Discuss how you communicated the issue to your team or stakeholders. Detail the steps you took to solve the problem and any follow-up actions. Share any positive outcomes or lessons learned from the experience. Now, let's look at how you might structure your answer with an example.
During a routine check, I noticed that nitrate levels in a local lake were higher than normal. I quickly reported this to my supervisor and ran further tests to confirm. Once verified, we reached out to the environmental agency and held a community meeting to discuss solutions. We then implemented a nutrient reduction plan that successfully reduced nitrate levels by 30% within 6 months.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for water quality technician. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you describe a situation where you collaborated with a team to complete a water quality assessment? What role did you play? This question explores your teamwork skills and how you contribute to collaborative projects. When preparing your answer, keep these tips in mind. Choose a specific project with clear outcomes. Clearly define your role and responsibilities. Highlight how you work together with your team. Mention any techniques or methods used in the assessment. Reflect on the results and what you learned from the experience. Here's an example of how you could answer this question.
In a recent project assessing a local river's water quality, I was tasked with collecting samples and coordinating with our lab for analysis. We held regular meetings to discuss our findings and adjust our strategies. Our efforts led to actionable recommendations for the local council, which were implemented to improve water quality.
Can you tell me about a time when you made a mistake during water testing? How did you address it? This question assesses your attention to detail and your ability to learn from mistakes. To effectively respond to this question, consider the following tips. Choose a relevant mistake from your past experience. Explain the context and impact of the error. Detail the steps you took to correct the mistake. Share what you learned and how you avoid similar errors in the future. Frame it positively to demonstrate growth and responsibility. Let's walk through an example answer to give you a clearer picture.
During a routine test, I miscalculated pH levels due to a calibration error with the meter. I immediately informed my supervisor, recalibrated the equipment, and retested all affected samples. This taught me to regularly double-check calibrations, and I now keep a checklist of testing procedures to ensure accuracy.
Imagine you found that a local water source exceeds pollution limits. What steps would you take to fix the situation? This question is about understanding your approach to regulatory compliance and crisis management. To answer this question thoughtfully, consider these steps. Report your findings to the relevant authorities and stakeholders immediately. Conduct further testing to identify the extent and source of the pollution. Collaborate with environmental agencies to develop a cleanup plan. Keep communication open with the community about the situation and measures being taken. Regularly monitor the water quality post-intervention to ensure compliance. Here's how you might structure your response.
First, I would immediately report the situation to local environmental authorities. I would then conduct more tests to find the pollution source. Collaborating with environmental agencies, I would help devise a cleanup plan while keeping the community informed about our progress and efforts.
If you're asked to investigate a potential contamination event, what initial steps would you take? This question evaluates your ability to analyze and strategize in response to potential contamination. To answer effectively, consider structuring your response with these steps. Start with a preliminary assessment of the site for visible signs of contamination. Gather historical water quality data and check for previous incidents in the area. Engage with stakeholders, including local agencies and community members, for additional insights. Collect water samples from various locations for testing. Document all findings and observations meticulously for further analysis. Now, let's consider an example of a well-structured answer.
I would begin by inspecting the site for any obvious signs of contamination, such as unusual odors or water discoloration. Next, I'd review historical water quality data and speak with local residents for additional insights. Following this, I would collect samples from key locations for lab analysis, ensuring all findings are meticulously documented for further investigation.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.